crafty friends, Roxanne here from craftwagon.ca. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and today I would like to share with you my alternate card project ideas for the October 2017 Pining for Plaid Paper Pumpkin Kit. So today I would like to feature these 3 alternate card projects that I did using the supplies in my paper pumpkin kit and a few additional items. I used this textured embossing folder called Cable Knit. And then for this card here, this pop-up card, this easel card, I used this greeting here, Peace on Earth. And today I'm going to show you how to make that card, but we'll use Deck the Halls. And then for this card here, I use the little reindeer from the Merry Mistletoe. So the first card I'd like to share with you is this one here. So the supplies you will need to make this card is a piece of Whisper white cardstock. I cut mine at 11 by 4 1/4, and then I ran it through the Big Shot just on the front using the cable embossing folder. Then I used a piece of the gold foil sheet for the back, and that one was cut at 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and as you can see I used the middle to cut out the pine cones that I'm going to show on another card, and then that way I'm getting some use out of this sheet before I mat it, and once I mat it you won't see that won't show through. Then I took a card front that came in the kit and I cut it in half, and I'm going to place that on the bottom here as well. So all I used was the adhesive tape. The kit does come with the glue dots, so you could use the glue dots to do this. And that way you're not adding too many additional supplies. But for demonstration purposes, I find this is a little bit quicker. So I'm just going to use my tape runner. And then for the back of this, I'm using dimensionals. So this card goes together fairly quickly with just a few additional supplies that are not in your kit. But you could do this card if you didn't have the embossing folder. You could use a different one, or you could just leave it plain. So then I'm placing that on top, and then I went ahead and I used the glue dots that came with the kit, and I placed them on the bottom of the card where I wanted the stars to go, and I kept the backing on it so that I could see the placement of the stars a little bit better, because as you know, the glue dots are clear, so sometimes it's hard to see. So I think I want this one over here. Okay, so then what I did is I just did a little line there, and then that kind of helps me to take off the backing. So just a little score line there, and that helps to lift that off a little bit better. And I'm just picking these up with my finger. I do have a tool somewhere that's a sticky thing that helps to pick up sequins, but it's not Stampin' Up, so I'm not going to show you that. And also it's not handy, so I won't do that as well. So there we go. I'm trying to do an uneven amount of stars on the bottom. And these are just the little gold sequins that came in the Pining for Plaid kit. This kit makes 10 cards if you make the cards as per the instructions of the kit. But what I decided I wanted to do is I wanted to extend the kit so that I could get more cards than just 10. So what I did is I took a piece of the cardstock, and sorry, my head's in there. This is the whole card, and you fold it in half. But what I did is I actually cut the cardstock in half, and most of the cards I ended up with half of a piece, or like here I did this half here, and then I'll show you in another card how I used the other half. And I just wanted to share with you, if you didn't have the gold foil, what I did with this one is I actually took, if you can see, this is the cutouts of the gold banners that go in behind the card greeting. And what I did was I squared it off and then I glued it on with the glue dots to the greeting here. So this snowflake, these snowflakes are already done for you on the background, and then I just added the greeting with the cherry cobbler ink that came with the kit. So that's just a little way to use up kind of your scraps there. And so I was only able to get one kind of square for the greeting here, so that's why I went ahead and I got this greeting here. And I actually, as you can see, I cut down the background square so that it would fit in between the gold foil. So there's card number 1. Okay, so for card number 2, I'm going to show you how to do this easel card. So for this easel card, I took the black cardstock at 8.5 by 5.5. I folded it in half, and then I folded the front in half again, and that will give me that fold that will hold open the easel like so. Then I took a piece of the designer paper, the card front, and I cut it in half this way. It's about 2 inches, so it's a little bit shy of half, and I glued that on the front just under that fold line. I had an additional piece of white cardstock that I cut at 4.25 by 5. I used the snowflake stamp and pool party ink just to decorate this. The gold banner and the greeting came with the kit, so I put that on with dimensionals. And that way when I have the dimensionals, it raises the banner so that when I open the easel, it can go together like this. And I used this circle here is the insert for the shaker card, for the bigger shaker card. So this shaker card here, this circle that I popped it out, and I was able to use this greeting. After I made this card, I thought, oh, I wonder what it would look like if I use the cable embossing folder. So I'm going to put this card together with you now using the cable embossing folder. So what I did was I went ahead and I embossed the first half, and then I folded the card, and now we'll just assemble the card. So again, I'm using my tape runner. You can use the glue dots that come in the kit. And then I just place this here on the bottom. And then for the gold banner, what I did for that is I actually cut that in half. And I put a little bit of adhesive on the back, on the one side. And I flipped over the image. So I have a little bit of the gold banner on this side, and then again I could put it here or on the banner, flip it over, and then I have a bit of the banner on this side. And for the greeting, this helped me for the greeting, so that what I did was on the bottom half of the circle is where I'm putting my adhesive, because if I put it on the top half, then my easel card won't open. And just to be safe, a lot of times when I'm doing this is I will fold the card in half like this and then stick that down. So that way the card will open. And when the card's flat, it just gives this element here, I thought just really adds a little bit more to the card when it's folded flat. And then to do the inside of the card, I just put pool party snowflakes all over randomly. And now I'm sticking this on inside the middle like this. And what I did is I added dimensionals to the back. And then when I do that, that raises the greeting so that when you open the card, it helps the front to stay open like that. So there's your card there. And again, if you wanted to, you could add some more sequins just to spruce that up again. So that's card number 2. Okay, so this is card number 3 that I'd like to share with you. So what I did for card number 3 is I took the card base, I cut it in half, and I'm just using this as the front, and then I will mount this on a card's base of Whisper White. So I have the card base here, and to build the card, I'm using this background that came with the smaller circle, which looks like an ornament. I added the shaker circle to it, and then I also added a few extra little bump ups that came, extra pieces that came with it. So you get these pieces here in the middle, and then I took parts from around this circle part. That's what these little pieces are here. So that, again, using the kit that I have. Then I added some sequins to the middle. So we're going to put some gold stars in there. And some of the blue sequins. Pool Party. I love these, so pretty. And then some of the iridescent ones. Very pretty. I think that's enough. You know, designer's choice. You can put as many or as little sequins as you would like. Then you peel off this backing here. And my, it's not quite a circle, but it's pretty good. This is what you have to watch for here. You can see some of my sequins are trying to stick to the adhesive. So I just use my pokey tool here, put them in the middle. And what I did is, to make the reindeer, I inked up cherry cobbler and I stamped it on the circle, and that circle is the bigger circle. So the bigger cutout that you have, this one here, I popped that out, and now I'm using that. And the thing that I like about this is that this is embossed with stitching lines. So when I stamp the greeting on there, you can see it more in this card here, but you can see there's stitch lines, so it looks like a little bit like a stitched kind of reindeer. I thought it was kind of very country looking. So then I'm just going to take the reindeer like this. He's right side up. I'm going to flip him over, and this larger circle fits perfectly on that adhesive circle for the smaller ornament shaker card. So then I peel all of this off here, and then that gives me my dimensional. I put a bit of adhesive here. Again, you could use your glue dots that came with the kit. I'm using this here, and then flip that over, and then I'm centering that on my card front, just like that. And then for this greeting here, I decided that I wanted it to be at the bottom. Again, designer's choice. You could decide where you want to put it. I just have it just right here at the bottom, a little bit of the white showing, covering a little bit of that ornament, and there's your shaker card. So there's card number 3. Okay, so today's cards, I showed you the reindeer card, I showed you the white cable card, or easel card, Deck the Halls, with the cable and without. And then I wanted to share with you, this card here is like the card they show in the kit, but what I did is I added the snowflakes to the outside just to give it a little bit more interest. And then for the smaller card, I kept it pretty much the same, but I added the gold pine cone element to it. And then I used just the card base here, which is the background for this shaker card. The same things here. I added black cardstock behind for a mat, but everything else is from the kit. And then I used the inside circle here for the ornament, and I had a gold. This part here is actually a scrap from when I punched out the banner cards, and this is cut 4 by 8, so it's a smaller card, and I just have a little bit of the cable poking out on either side. I used the same greeting, and then I just added a few gold star sequins, so fairly simple. So I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different cards, and I have enough that I can double it. So out of the kit, I was able to get 20 cards altogether. Hopefully these cards inspired you to extend your paper pumpkin kit for October. And if you'd leave a comment in the box below to let me know which card was your favorite, and if you would like to see some more ideas using the October paper pumpkin kit, that would be great. Thanks for watching. Please give my video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe so you can keep up to date in all my crafty adventures. Have a great day. Bye.